Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Wednesday. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. How are we all? It is Wednesday, it is hump day, it is 9 o'clock here in the UK, and it is time for night time with me, your Auntie Nelly. Where are you watching me from? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Who's joining? Stacey Priestley is watching, as is Jade Smith. Sue Banks says, fantastic. I mean, need a right good laugh, as does Bev Baker Grundy. She watched me this afternoon at Ruby and Daisy and couldn't wait for 9 o'clock tonight. Bethan Sarah Crisp says she'll watch on catch up because she's off on her holidays. Anna Richardson says she's looking so forward to tonight's night time with Nelly. So is Sarah Richardson. She says she's getting her popcorn and her munchies ready. Hello, Richard in Walsall, and welcome, Kathleen Connolly. Hello, Damare Fuentes. Hello. Pat Burling and Jennifer Sulman are excited, as is Michelle Abel. And Liz O'Keefe is giving me a thumbs up. Leah Russell says, I can't wait, Auntie Nelly, hurry up for 9 o'clock. Well, it's 9 o'clock and it's time for night time with Nelly. Over 18s only, as there may be talk of a sexual nature. Strong language throughout. What else would you expect when it's me, potty mouth? Over 18s only, have I said that? Any advice I do give on tonight's show is purely for entertainment purposes. Lots of people are back with me tonight because apparently that there Love Island's fucked off and finished, hasn't it? We happy with results? I weren't, but, you know, I can't really say much about it because I didn't fucking vote. Hello, Stephen Mash, and hello, Anna Preston. Please keep writing into the page for your nighttime with Nelly's and your Sunday services. I've been doing lots and lots of reviews of late. And once again, one of the reviews involves my tits. So, yeah. That'd be exciting, won't it? So you are welcome, Sarah Richardson. You are so welcome, and welcome, Kate Allen. Welcome all of you, wherever you are watching me from this evening. Where is the shitlord? Will we get a shitlord tonight? I don't know. That's the fun of nighttime with Nelly, as is Sunday service, because I don't know what I'm going to read out until I read it. So we all get to read it together. I read it and you get to hear it for the first time along with me. So my reaction and my advice, as I said, is purely for entertainment purposes. And the reaction is just whatever it's going to fucking be. Because somebody's just put KFC has arrived. Does that mean that KFC have now got chicken again? Apparently McDonald's have run out of milkshake. Neither of those are of any interest to your Auntie Nelly, being a vegan, but there we go. Yeah, that's right, a fat vegan. Did you ever think you'd see one of them? Well, you're looking at her now. Without further ado, shall we actually cop off on tonight's nighttime with Nelly? Shall we? I think shitlord actually sticks in a lot of people's minds, and I know that every now and again it does actually, hello Stacey in Chesterfield, it does actually jump into my head and it does make me giggle. Because he actually wanted to be called the Lord of the Ship, didn't he? He wanted to be Ship Lord, but I read it wrong and kept calling him Shit Lord. Hello, Velita. What a lovely name. Hello, Joseph. Mr. Albuquerque is watching. Hey, good evening. A big greasy bucket, says Justin. Well, I've been called worse, I guess. Hello, everybody. Let's get going. Dear Auntie Nelly. Oh, I hope you don't mind me being makeup free tonight, do you? Because middle-aged menopausal lady that I am, I'm sweating like a fucking bastard. I've got my fan near me. There were no point me sticking a face on because it'd be on my fucking chest bit end of the show, wouldn't it? It'd be like down here somewhere. So, let's go. Everything is always anonymous, so don't panic. Dear Auntie Nelly. Hiya, Nelly. Hello, Flower Pot. I have been with my partner for 7 years and we have 3 children, 2 from a previous marriage. My partner is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and my children and I have no complaints with him as a person, partner or father. Our sex life is amazing and he's always very generous in the bedroom. Ooh. My problem is he's very quiet during sex. Oh God, we've got another mute. And although he always reaches the end game, I'm not always sure whether he's fully satisfied. I think this may be because I'm a bit of a screamer. I've tried talking to him, but he always tells me he's satisfied. Why do I need more reassurance? How do you know that is that quiet? He might not actually be that quiet. If you're a bit of a screamer, maybe you're drowning out his moans and groans. Maybe he like does do a bit of a, ugh, but you're going, ah, that you can't hear is, ugh. Now, they're neither sounds that should ever be made in the bedroom. They were not very sexy at all. But have you ever made a sound while being in the throes of passion and you don't quite know where that sound has come from, but you've made it then and it's just one of them things, because you can't pretend, can you? You shouldn't pretend. And it doesn't always sound like it does on porn. Like, like that, or like you're playing tennis. So sometimes we do make noises that are not very attractive, but maybe just because he's not making big noises and moans and groans or, you know, grunting, maybe that's just, you know, how he is. He might not be a very vocal person. So, you know, I think if you shut your gob next time, you might find that even if he's not making big noises, he might be like breathing a bit differently. His breathing might become a little bit more rapid, or you may be able to feel his heart beating that little bit faster. You know, there will be some sign of excitement. So it may not be vocally, but it may be in his moves or the way he is. So look out for those signs. But also, why are you looking for a problem where there isn't one? You've said, I've asked him if he's satisfied, and he said, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. So what is the problem? Is it because you think that you need that sort of validation that he really is enjoying this sex life like you are? And I think sometimes we look for problems when there isn't one. And to me, it doesn't sound like there is one. But I think next time, if you are a little bit less vocal, you might find that you know, there's a little bit of a hint of him having a nice time. Right, what's going on now with Spam Alert? What's happening there with Spam Alert? If he shoves something in, she may shut it. All right, okay. But, right. What's happening with spam? If anyone puts any comments, like giveaway competition, blah, 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 on your... If anyone comments on your comments, it's not me. It's not me. It'll be spam. Sheila Ma posting links, Nelly. I can't see a Sheila Ma. Can you see a Sheila Ma? Can you report? Maybe they've blocked me. I hate it when this happens because it just stops the fucking show. Pisses me right off. It proper pulls on me piss flaps. Let's have a look. What's that? Was that a Sheila Ma? Which event? No. Fuck a duck. Right, so I think whoever, no, because that's, I'm going to block somebody else. This Sheila is posting a YouTube thing, that's fine, but they have blocked me, so I can't see them. So keep reporting them or block them or whatever. So, right, dear Auntie Nelly. Dear Auntie Nelly. Hi, Nell. Hello. My fiance and I have been together 4 years now. We have good sex. Okay. However, he's always asking me, can he do anal? All right, okay. We've done it before, which gave me a thrombosis pile. I don't know what's worse. You've had bum sex and you've ended up with a thrombosis pile, or he's ended up with a bit of fucking sweet corn on his fucking knob. I don't know what's worse anyway, so we've never done it again. Okay. One night, I was sucking his cock and I slid a finger up his bum. Oh, cheeky. You know what? You know just what I did that just to try it. Okay. Oh my God, he threw a hissy fit. He turned over and went to sleep, and we've not had sex since. I have hurt his feelings, but how do we get around this sore subject? What the fuck, sore his because you slid a finger in there without permission. No matter how comfortable we are in our sex life and with our partners and how long we've been together, right, it doesn't matter. We still need permission. We need to know that our advances are not going to be rejected or we're not going to offend somebody. So we need to know where the boundaries are. And sucking his cock and, you know, messing about with his ball sack and, you know, maybe licking your finger and rubbing it up and down his arse crack, that's fine. And, you know, if he looks like he's encouraging that or enticing it, but nudging a finger in and then him going, oh, what you doing? That'd be like, I don't want you to do that. But actually just sliding a finger in without consent, yeah, I'd be a bit pissed off at that, and maybe I would be a bit sore because nothing's ever been up my bum. And I always think that when I have a shit, right, and I'm constipated, how bad constipation can be sometimes, it well hurts. And I think if it feels like that going in as it does coming out when you're constipated, fuck that shit, absolutely not a fucking chance. So, right, what you need to say to him is, listen, I just tried it and I shouldn't have done without your permission, and I'm sorry and I'll not do it again. And all I'm going to say to you is, I just got lost in the moment and I just thought, well, you don't mind asking me about anal, so maybe like you like a bit of anal, so I just thought I'd do it. You know, and I'm sorry and I won't do it again. You know, I know that I've crossed a boundary, I upset you, and, you know, I'm really sorry about it. So take him to the kitchen table, #kitchen table, and just tell him and just say, listen, you're always going on about anal, it were on my head, I was lost in the moment, and I just thought I'd stick a finger in and see if you liked it. You clearly didn't, it won't happen again, and I'm ever so sorry. And on that note, well, you stop fucking going on about it, because I don't want it either, because think yourself lucky that I ended up with a thrombosis, pal, and you didn't end up with any sweet corn on end of your knob. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, hi Nelly, hello. I love your honesty. Thank you very much. Some say I'm too honest. My problem is my partner can't keep an erection. All right, hang on. Oh, there's more to this. My partner can't keep an erection when we have sex when his kids come to stay. We are very quiet and only do it when they're sound asleep. He says it's because he likes to hear me scream and moan. Ah! Well, you fucking empty that dishwasher. I mean, whatever does it for you, Flower? I've suggested doing it in the end suite. The end suite? Bent over the bath. But he said, no, not in the bathroom because it's acoustic and it would be a lot louder. Oh, heck. I agree. It's not normally a problem, as we just usually wait. But it's going to be a long, long summer holiday. What can we do? So he don't like having sex with you unless you scream in the morning. I mean, what the fuck happens if you lose your voice or something happens and you end up being a mute? Does that mean that he'll never fucking shag you again just because you're not screaming and fucking moaning? I mean, fuck me, Pink. I mean, it's not all about that, is it? If that's the case, why doesn't he just have a wank to porn and put some headphones in? You know, people out there have like 4 and 5 kids. So people do have sex with kids in house. Otherwise, we wouldn't have siblings. It does happen. So you've got to find a way of compromising. So I don't think you should have to go to other rooms in house. It's, you know, if you prefer making love in your bedroom, make love in your bedroom. Just be a bit quieter. Put a pillow over your face. Obviously, don't smother yourself and then blame me. Don't do a fucking Michael Hutchins. But yeah, it might be a long summer, but these kids, you're only having sex when they're asleep. Do they not go to park? Can they not going out like with their mates? Is there no like time in day where they're listening to something on telly? They're watching something with their bloody iPad thing stuck in their ears or what? You know, there will be times, and just like try and be a bit quieter. It's about compromising, isn't it? So, and then when kids are not there, then go in the bathroom and have your fucking morning screaming acoustic sex. But I think just because he won't have sex here because you're not allowed to scream and moan, I think it's a bit selfish, really. I just think it's very, very selfish. So we've got one that we're fucking mute, and now we've got one who fucking screams straight down. Moving on. Shall we move on to the next one? Oh, and one with a sore bum. Right, so that's not too bad. Dear Auntie Nelly. Hello, Nelly. Hello. Firstly, I love your videos. Oh, thank you very much. I think you're amazing. Oh, thank you. Just one quick question. And sorry if this sounds daft, but personally, I am not happy with the size of my penis. I am within the average size for a 29-year-old. All right. I am 5.5 inches, but I do think I'm small. My question is, am I wrong in thinking like this? Yes. I know there are many different sexual acts and that size of the penis isn't what makes a man. But I still worry about it. Thank you. Any advice? Well, no, not really. If your cock's 5.5 inch, your cock's 5.5 fucking inch. You can't help it. That's just how it is. I've got a face the size of the moon. There's nothing I can do about it. This is my face. That's my hands. This is my body. This is me. That's your cock. You know, there are things on internet you can get like penis and fucking enlargement shite, what you pump it up with and all that dog shit. Your cock's your cock. It is what it is. It's 5.5 inches. Is that average? Is that big? Is that small? Who gives a fuck? When you meet somebody and you then get into a physical relationship, there is so much that you can do in your sex life that you don't have to have a big fuck off massive cock for. And plus anyway, if your cock were that big, it'd be a bit overwhelming and a bit off-putting and would make ladies have to lie in a bath of Epsom salts for weeks on end, and that's no fun for anybody. So, you know, a 5.5 inch cock, when you meet the right one, it's nothing to be worried about. And I'd be quite pleased with that actually, because I've got quite a bad gag reflex at the minute. Don't know what's up with me, it might be allergies, so I'd be quite pleased with 5.5 inches. And plus there's lots of stuff you can do. It's not about the size of the cock, it's really not. So, you know, it is what you do with it. I mean, I would be really fucking pissed off if he'd been shagging me all night with a 5.5 inch cock and then he fucks off to work in the morning and kisses me with a 10-inch tongue. That won't go down well. But there's fuck all wrong with your cock. You are what you are. You've just got to make most of what you've got. Some people have no cocks, like me. Anyway, moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, okay, so I found my husband. All right, congratulations. No. I have found my husband wanking. Here we are. That didn't shock me. It was the fact that he was bouncing up and down on a big black dildo that shocked me. Oh! We've been married for 11 years and we have never had any anal play. We are quite vanilla, or so I thought. He doesn't know that I saw him and I haven't mentioned it. But I can't get the image out my head. The dildo was huge and he seemed to be taking it easily. Is he gay? Should I say, I just don't know what to do. Thank you. So, you've walked in on husband, he's having a sneaky wank, and when he wanks, he likes bouncing up and down on a dildo. I couldn't give a shit how big it is and what fucking colour it is. Not really necessary. But the fact that he likes to shove something up his ass and bounce up and down while he's having a wank, that's up to him. You've never had any anal play, he's never asked you for it, you haven't asked him for it, you've been married, did you say 11 years? Congratulations, that's quite a task. You're quite vanilla. So, you know, how are things in the bedroom? How is your sex life? You don't seem shocked that he's wanking, that's okay, that's a good thing. Hang on. Right, what we're doing here now, is there a troll? If I see the troll, tell me the picture. Oh, thanks, Donna. That lovely picture of me and Olivia in the background. Thank you very much. Yes, my beautiful baby girl. Is he gay? No, I don't think if a man likes anal play, if he likes dildos up his ass or butt plugs, or he likes a bit of pegging, or he likes somebody to stick a tongue up his ass or a finger, that does not make you gay. A sexual preference like that is not a sexuality, if that makes sense. So something that he enjoys is not his sexuality, it's just a sexual preference. What I would do here, though, is question your sex life a little bit. Question it and say, you know, are we actually vanilla? Do we need to do something a little bit more? Jade Norton is a troll. I understand that, but I think she may have blocked me, so I can't see her. If you have just sent me some stars, thank you very, very much. It is beyond appreciated. Honestly, you don't know how much it helps me. So yeah, so no, I don't think for one moment he's gay. He's been with you 11 years. If somebody does like anal and they are male, it doesn't mean to say they are gay. Okay, number one. Number two, is it something that you're now concerned about? Concerned that maybe, you know, you're not having a fulfilling sexual relationship because you're not, you know, you're not sort of like involving dildos in the bedroom when both of you are having sex? If that's the case, why don't you try and encourage it? Why don't you try and encourage maybe, look, you know, why don't we try and, you know, try something different in the bedroom? I can't see the troll. I'm ever so sorry. I can't see the troll. So there we go. So ignore the troll. Report the troll if you want, and I'll try and get into the analytics after the show. But don't let it spoil your show or your viewing. Let's have a look. Right. It's all right because I think Facebook Manager has just blocked them. I think my Facebook management have just blocked them. I think. Is there any chance I can poo in your mouth without the troll? That's just been blocked, so don't worry. Jadis, can she shit in your mouth? Ooh. Right, so, yeah, let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. I just don't know what to do. Well, you don't really, to be honest with you, need to do anything about it because that's his own personal masturbation time. So what is it that is bothering you? The fact that your sex life is a bit vanilla and now you're thinking maybe it shouldn't be vanilla? So maybe speak to your boyfriend, your husband about it and just see if, is he happy? Are you happy? Do you think there's other things we could be trying and see what he says? Maybe, you know, ask him if there's anything that he'd like to try. You've been together a long time. You'd hate for things to run kind of dry. You do feel that things are a bit vanilla. And there's things that you may want to bring into the bedroom and see if he does mention it. And if you feel comfortable with that, then crack on. Dear Antonella, my girlfriend and I are both very overweight. And oh God, here we go. It's text talk. I'm going to have to get on down with kids, right? Me and my girlfriend are both very overweight and not at all flexible. We're trying to have vaginal sex. But can't get close enough to really make it work. Oh heck. You say you're obese. I am, thank you. Yes, that is me. If I ever get to overweight, I will announce it. However, I am obese. So do you know of any positions that should work for us that work for you? Or have you any other advice other than losing weight? We've already tried missionary. This had no success. I just squashed her. Okay. We've also tried doggy, lotus and scissors, but couldn't do this one because of the flexibility issues and a few others. Please can you help? Thank you. Christ on a fucking bike. I mean... I'm obese now. I've been morbidly obese and I've been supersized obese. And I've never struggled to have vaginal sex regardless of how fucking big I've been. And I've not been very flexible. I'm still not very flexible now. I'm registered disabled. I've got right-sided weakness. But the lotus, yeah. I don't know why, but honestly, it sounds like I'm being really insensitive and I'm not. It's just that I've got this image in my head when he said me and my girlfriend are really overweight and he's trying to have vaginal sex, but he can't as he can get to her vagina, because I'm imagining, like, I don't know if I should say this, I'm going to say it. I'm imagining like two sumo wrestlers, you know them two sumo wrestlers, like Yokozuna, massive, and they like bounce off each other. They just can't get, they wouldn't be able to, would they? So it is about positions here, isn't it? So have you said you've tried doggy with no success, you've tried missionary and you squashed her. I hope she's all right. Lotus, I would have thought would be quite easy, but it would depend on the size of your tummy and the size of her tummy, because if you're lifting your tummy and then she's lifting her tummy, then your tummies are going to make you further away from each other, aren't they? Oh, fuck a duck. Right. Why don't you lie down on bed and put some pillows under you? And you've asked me to not tell you to lose weight, but won't that be a right good incentive so you can have vaginal sex? But sex isn't always about penetration. You do know that, don't you? You can still be intimate with your partner. You can still do like masturbation. You can do mutual masturbation. You could do like, they could be having a wank and you could be having a wank, and it could be still quite sexy and quite romantic and quite intimate. While you can't get to each other's parts. But also, why don't you lie down on bed and put like a pillow under your bottom so that you're quite high up, yeah? And then why don't she like squat over you? And when she's squatted over you, then you see, we can like push your tummy out the way, and then maybe it'll go in that way. I don't know. Oh dear God. Right, there's that one. Or that again, so put a pillow under your bottom, yeah, and then you're a bit more leaning back that way and your bottom of your body's more up, and then she can like sit on your reverse cowgirl so that then her ass is facing you and she can be at front. I mean, I know it's not very romantic if it's like going to be your first time, because you probably want to look in each other's eyes, but you know, you can't, you've got to make best of a bad job, haven't you, sometimes? And yeah, so there could be that position. But yeah, I think you're just going to have to just be intimate with mutual masturbation at the minute. And I think you don't want me to tell you to lose weight, but fuck me, what an incentive in order for you to then have vaginal sex. I mean, I've never struggled to get fucked, regardless of how big I am and how big I have been. Yeah, I think with me, where there's a will, there's a fucking way. I've never ever, though, had vaginal sex with anyone who's been bigger than me. So I don't know if maybe we would have struggled if somebody had been as big as me. I don't know. But once again, where there's a will, there's a fucking way. So if you are watching, please, my absolute apologies. I'm not laughing at you, I promise you. I'm not. It's just sometimes it's how my brain works. And this is why I do the job that I do, and this is why I have all the followers I've got, and this is why I'm successful as what I do, because I say what I see. I just saw two sumo wrestlers banging, belly bouncing, and it was just funny at the time. I'm sorry. Try reverse cowgirl for starters, and mutual masturbation. And even though you don't want me to tell you to lose weight, if it, honest to God, on a serious note, if it's impacting on a physical relationship with your partner, what an incentive. What an incentive. So, yeah. Oh. I can see their hair up in a bun and everything at big white nappies. Can you? That's what I can see. Oh, Miss Trunchbull looks a bit like a sumo wrestler with her hairstyle, doesn't she? I'm a bit like that though. I have my hair up in a Yeah, I'm a bit of a sumo wrestler, really. I'm sly, aren't I? Dear Auntie Nelly. What did we say? Reverse cowgirl? Yeah, where there's a will, there's a fucking way, absolutely. I mean, if I'd have to slide down and fucking suck his cock while I were fingering myself, I would do. You can do all sorts, can't you? I bet you and your flower pots like nice, passionate sex, Auntie Nelly. Oh, that lasts more than 3 to 5 minutes. Well, not me. Oh, I bet you and your flower pots like nice, passionate sex that lasts more than 3 to 5 minutes, right? Question mark. Well, not me. Basically, my boyfriend comes too quickly when we're having sex. His excuse is that my pussy is too fire. As nice as that is to hear, do you mean like it's too fire like well good, or too fire as in you can't stop in it long because it's too hot or you've got an infection? Not sure. It still makes me a little sad though that he comes faster than I'd like him to. And then he can't even do it another time. I don't get another round because his dick is way too sensitive after. A lot of times he says he's not even in the mood anymore. Fucking hell. But he only starts to want to be sexy if I trick him into letting me suck his dick. You have to trick him? Fuck me. And now he told me that the reason he doesn't want to fuck me anymore is because he's embarrassed by how fast he comes. Please give me any advice to fix my sex life. Thanks, dear Auntie Nelly. You have to trick your boyfriend into a blowjob so that he can then fuck you, but then he's fucking you, and because your pussy is fire, it comes in 3 minutes and then that's it, it's all over with, game over. And then he can't have another go, there's nothing else going to happen because his cock's sensitive, am I right? When you say fire, you mean like your vagina is like right tight and good and it's just that good that he can't hold back his ejaculation. I think you mean fire like that rather than it's on fucking fire. Because when your fanny's on fire, that is the last thing you want to do is fucking suck someone's fucking cock and fucking have sex. Fuck that shit. You need a fucking bath in Caniston. And hopefully you haven't got a fucking infection. It's just a bit of fucking thrush. Why do you have to trick him into getting a blowjob for you to get sex? And why does he not do loads of like foreplay with you first so that you have a nice time 2 or 3 fucking times and then he can just roll on, get in, pump about a few times, come and fuck off? Why can't you do that? What's wrong with that? Why is it all about him? Why do you have to trick him? If I had to trick somebody, I have to trick him into getting a blowjob in order for him to want sex with me. Fuck that shit. I ain't begging. I ain't fucking begging. I ain't going with me fucking cap in me hand begging him to fuck me for 3 minutes. I'm going to sleep in fucking wet patch and I've not even had a fucking nice time. Off your foot, flower. There's the door. Fuck off through it. I'd rather sort my fucking self out. Then there's no fucking wet patch. Nah. I'm sorry. And now he's saying, and now I don't want to have sex with you because I come too early and it's embarrassing. Sounds extremely immature, does this relationship. This sex you're having with this person sounds like it's all one-sided. It's all about his needs and not yours. And if he's not willing to satisfy you sexually now, is he ever going to? Is he ever going to be willing to satisfy you? No. It sounds to me like it's all about him. So he needs to deal with his problem if it's embarrassing, and he also needs to put your needs first. So you definitely need to have a conversation about this, definitely, because this is just going to go from bad to worse. So, you know, foreplay is extremely important, and that should make sure that you're both having a nice time so that you've maybe come once or twice before he climbs on, like I said. But, you know, it's not about your pussy being fire. It's not about that. It's about the fact that he has got, you know, he comes too quickly. So it's about the foreplay. You need to go back to basics and introduce foreplay. And I won't be giving him a fucking blowjob. Fuck that shit, no. I'll be keeping my fucking gob shut. No. Dear Nelly, I've been married to my wife 3 years and I don't... Oh, Jesus Christ, we've got fucking war and peace. Right, bear with me while I do some scan reading. Dear Auntie Nelly, I've been married to my wife 3 years. I don't please her sexually anymore and I'm not sure I ever did. Oh. She's told me in the past she orgasms from oral, but I'm not really into it. I did it once to her and her cum all over my face. Oh, and she cum all over my face and I almost threw up. I was so disgusted. Right. I've tried some different things to last longer and I've gotten her a vibrator we could use, but she wasn't very excited about it either, saying I was backwards. Because I know what she wants, but I won't do it. What? Anyway, she took the vibrator and said she'd rather use it alone. When we do have sex, she rolls over and buries her face in the bed, and I think she pretends that I'm someone else. Oh. After I'm finished, she wants me to leave the room so she can wank her pussy and come alone. She says that I shouldn't be with her when she's coming, as it's not me that's making her come. She said she feels very used every time. She talks to me over and over again about learning what she likes, but I feel awkward and do everything wrong, so I don't try very often. Sometimes I make her orgasm with my hands, but I have carpal tunnel. I can't do that very often. I guess I'm at a loss. Fuck a dog. Oh. I don't think the responsibility should always fall on me while she just lays there. I know she doesn't enjoy sex anymore and I don't want to keep fucking her anymore anyway, making her feel like a cum rag. Please help. Right, so... Married for 3 years. She asked you to go down on her, to give us some cunnilingus, and you did. And then she come on your face and you were nearly sick because it was disgusting. So you've not done it again. And she said, if you want to make me come, that's how I come, that's how I like it. I like it when you kiss my vagina. And he's gone, no, I'm not doing that. So he's got her a vibrator. So she said, well, that's not really what I wanted. You know what I want? And you won't give it me. So he said, yeah, well, I don't like it. So she said, well, give me a vibrator. So then they do have sex, but she buries her face in pillow. So now he's convinced that she's thinking of somebody else. And then he comes and gets off, and then she says, fuck off now. And he's not allowed to be with her then when she's masturbating and coming, because he hasn't helped to do that. So he's not allowed that privilege, because it's not him that's making her come. So she comes on her own. And after she's finished coming, then he's allowed to come back in bedroom. And then she says she just feels like a cum rag. Do you reckon this one's made up? Oh, sometimes he makes her come with his hand, but he's got carpal tunnel syndrome, so he don't do that often. What about when you're wanking someone off and your hand goes really funny? What about that? What about that and you have to swap hands? What about when you're fucking sucking someone's cock and you get fucking jaw ache? What about that? Dear God in heaven. It's horrible that, isn't it? And then you have to like pretend you've not got jaw ache and you just swinging on like that. And then you're like trying to spit on it and lick it and try and look sexy while your fucking jaw's creasing. Yeah. But when you get arm ache and hand ache and wrist ache, fuck me, and you have to change hands and it's, yeah, it happens, but it's what we do, don't we? Right, you're at a loss. You are at a loss because your wife's told you that she really likes you to give her oral pleasure and you don't like it. So why don't you like it? Why don't you like, you know, passionately kissing your wife all over? Why don't you like giving your wife that oral pleasure? What is it about her ejaculation that you don't like? Is it the fact that she come on your face and it were a bit of a shock? Is it the fact that she squirted? Did you think it were wee? What, you know, what is it that you find so disgusting about it? I think there's a lot more here in the fact of you have got a really unhealthy idea about sexual relationship. For somebody to say that my wife come on my face and it was disgusting, it is a problem to me. That's the problem, the fact that you word it as disgusting, because the fact that you can give your partner pleasure and they've orgasmed through that pleasure is nothing but a compliment. So I think you need to look at yourself. I don't actually think you're enjoying sex. When you say she's not enjoying sex, I'm not fucking surprised, because it doesn't sound to me like you're not enjoying sex. You are not enjoying sex. You're not doing anything in your sexual relationship with your wife to make it enjoyable. It sounds to me like it is a little bit one-sided. And yeah, you need to reevaluate that. And if she does like oral pleasure and you're not willing to give her oral pleasure, you know, then you're going to have to use techniques that, you know, give her that kind of vaginal stimulation, that clitoral stimulation. So, hang on. We've got another fucking troll here. Fuck's sake. For fuck's sake! Block Ishi Kendo. Block. So, there we go. Yeah. I think you're the one with the problem, not your wife. Yeah? I think a lot of men, like, if the bird was to, like, squirt all over the face or come all over the face, I think they love it. I think when people ejaculate, when people orgasm and it's your work, I think it's brilliant. I think it's a big compliment. So I think you have got the issue. You're the problem. You are the shitlord tonight with your carpal tunnel. That has been tonight's night time with Nelly. Have you enjoyed it as much as I have? We've had sore bottoms, we've had mutes, we've had screamers, we've had quite a lot, haven't we? We've had sumo wrestlers. Yes, Charlotte, we've had sumos. And that is going to make me laugh for the rest of the evening. I'm now going to go and download this to YouTube. It's been an absolute pleasure coming live with you again this evening. If anybody does comment on your comments, please be aware it is a scammer. Be alerted to all the trolls and the scams. Please ignore them, report them. Any advice I've given on tonight's show was purely for entertainment purposes. And I am so sorry if I have offended anybody with my outburst of laughter. But sometimes, you know, that's what happens. Things pop in my head and they make me laugh. And hopefully you've laughed along with me and you haven't taken offence. And on that note, I'm going to go. So good night and God bless. And if I don't see you before, I'll see you on Sunday for Sunday service. Take care, flower pots. Love you all.